Self and e-publishing, this is where we're going to spend our time tonight. And so when you self and electronically publish, you need to have your book complete before you can enter into the publication process. And what that means is what we call front matter, back matter, the actual manuscript, the cover itself, and the cover copy, I think is what's there, and the endorsements. And I'm a big fan of endorsements. Yes, even for self-published books. What is front matter? Well, front matter is when you pick up a book like this, okay, and you actually turn to the beginning pages of the book. So I'm not in chapter 1, I'm where? I'm right after the table of contents or right before it. What's right before, after it? Well, those are things like the copyright page, the dedication, an introduction, things like that, where basically this is all front matter. Okay. What comes after the front matter? The manuscript. What's the back matter? That's what's in the back of the book. Hey, guess what? I'm a speaker. I have a speaking page and how you can hire me as a speaker in my book. I want you to follow me on social media. I have that information here too. I also have a newsletter. I want you to follow me on my newsletter and join it so that you're on my email list. Things like that are found in the back of your book. Why? Because when somebody finishes reading my book, they are going to say, what else does she have? How can I do that? Right? And so it gives them the opportunity to connect with me, find out what I have, find out what else they can plug into. I might have a membership. I might have a webinar or some other type of learning that they can do. And that's something that they really want. When you do cover copy, one of the things people say, what's cover copy? How do you buy books? Most people will look at the cover and then they'll actually turn the book over and they'll read this stuff, right? This is the stuff that most people say, oh, I want to get that book. Because what's the next thing they do? What do you do? Well, we kind of look at the beginning of the book, right? And then we say, hey, I think I'll buy that. When you're actually online and you're looking at electronic books, what do? You want to see inside this thing that Amazon, this paradigm that Amazon introduced, which was see inside, where you could actually look at select pages that they have chosen to show you. What are endorsements? Endorsements are praise quotes. Praise quotes are important things that allow other people to actually talk about you and your book. It's what we refer to as social proof. If you've ever read Robert Cialdini, he has a wonderful book that is ages old called Influence, and I highly recommend it. And in that book is a section about social proof. It's for any business, it's for any product, any book. It's really about other people. What do other people say about you? And in this case, what do people say about what you have written? When they actually talk about what you've written, it's really important for other people to say, oh, so this book is 14 years old. We are in the process of actually putting out a second edition of this book, Boys Before Business. Okay. It's the single girl's guide to having it all. And one of the things about a second edition, which is so fun, is that we're filling in some of these pieces. When this book was originally published, we didn't have praise quotes. What we did afterwards is we've gotten praise quotes from Jack Canfield. We now have a praise quote from Trish McEvoy. We also have other praise quotes from other best-selling authors. And so in the second edition, we're now including them. And those quotes are important. They are assets. That's how I want you to think about endorsements. They're assets for your book.